What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick Noodles. Just took that mean sneakers L. I haven't hit a single pair of dunks this year. Let me know if you have down below, but I highly doubt I'm going to see a lot of success because it looks like a lot of people are just taking L's. Without further ado though, today we're looking at the drop list for week 12 of Supreme Fall Winter 20. And James Jebbia must have seen my video on like the items I'm looking forward to because literally like half of those items are dropping this week. So I'm very excited. There's going to be a huge live cop this Thursday. Hopefully, we don't get card declined. I'm going to be doing a lot of manual checkouts. So if you don't want to miss that, you want to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video to let me know that you're interested in it. And also follow my Instagram, NickNoodlesYT, because we don't really have, accurate retail estimates. Drops by Jay hasn't released those yet. So I'm going to give my own estimates and, go off some of the ones that other Instagram accounts are leaking out. And if any of these retail prices dramatically change, you're going to want to check them out on my Instagram. So without further ado, let's just go through this list. Usually I like to start with some of the brick items just to get them out the way because no one's going to be trying to resell them. We have the multi-stripe beanie. There's just been so many beanies this year already, and this one is not, as good as some of the other ones. They're a little bit too loud in my opinion, and so I don't think they're going to resell that well. Next we have the studded collar sweatpants, and all these studded collar items, I really don't understand the appeal to them. Maybe in like 2 or 3 years, some rapper will wear these and then they'll be hype again. But honestly, I don't really like the design that much, so I'm just going to put the rayon, the hooded sweatshirt, the vase. Is there any other item? No, those are all the studded collar items. I'm going to say all those are bricks. They're going to sit on the website for a few minutes. Maybe only the small sizes are going to sell out. But there's just way better things to go for this week, so definitely prioritize your money there. Next we have the checkerboard zip-up sweater. This is another just very boring piece. Probably going to be super expensive as well, so not worth going for. We have the velvet work jacket and velvet trousers. Now I actually like, these colors that they did. I like that checkerboard design a lot. The only thing is it's velvet, and I really hate the feel of velvet. I don't know, like it doesn't feel as soft as it looks, and it just kind of throws me off, so I highly wouldn't recommend those for the resale either. Next we have the wool overcoat. Again, I don't really know who's wearing these overcoats. The only people wearing this are the people that have something to hide, so not feeling that piece at all. It's a wool coat too, so it's about to be like $500 or $600. Supreme does not play with those wool pieces. They are not afraid to, throw a $1,000 price tag on it or whatever. Next we have the multicolor logo long sleeve top. I'm not a very big fan of this design, and usually all these higher quality t-shirts from Supreme, they don't do that well in the resale market, so if you want it for the personal, then go for it, but otherwise it's a pass from me. These two-tone canvas 6 panels, very boring in my opinion. There's another hat this week that's way better to go for, but maybe the black colorway could do well. Next we have the garage beanie, and I don't know why it's called the garage beanie. Maybe because it needs to be stored in the garage because it's god awful. Don't even get me started on these Timberland boots. And some people are already kind of clowning Supreme because if you don't know, Vanity Fair did acquire Supreme, or they're going to, and one of the companies that they already own is Timberland, so they're kind of like, oh, they're already forcing all these collaborations, but Supreme's already done collaborations with Timberland, so this isn't like too out of the ordinary. And me and my friend were actually talking about this the other night, and I was like, if they just put a small box logo on just the original boot design, then it could probably sell pretty well. And as long as the resale price is right, I don't see why people wouldn't be drawn to it. I was also very apprehensive because I know when Supreme does these types of collabs, they kind of go too overboard and just ruin the whole thing. And they pretty much ruined the whole thing. I mean, the upside down logo is kind of like overdone at this point, and it's just super fat. I don't even know who's going to be wearing these. The retail price is also $248, so to even make profit, you're going to have to sell this thing for at least $300. And let's be honest, after someone buys it for $300 on StockX, they're going to have to pay like $30 or $40 extra dollars in fees. And once I do all the math, who was paying $350 for some Timbs? I don't think anybody is paying that much for some Timbs. So honestly, they're a skip for me. That light blue colorway is kind of nice, I'm not going to lie, but you would catch me dead in some Timbs. Like, they would look so goofy on me. Next, let's talk about this hooded shadow plaid shirt. And there's a lot of dislikes on this, and I think it's mainly because of like the S logo on it, or like the variant of the S logo on it. Because I don't think it's a bad piece, especially if the retail is right. They're estimating 138. If this is like 118 or 128, I'm definitely scooping it up. I'm very disappointed that, you know, this is coming out the same week as the Ariel jacket, because I want both of them, but I don't know if I want to drop like over $500 on the Supreme store this week. But if this video gets like 100 likes, maybe we'll do it. I really like this piece. I think that, you know, this could age very well with time. The next piece that is worth picking up is this corduroy 6-panel box logo hat. I know I just said, you know, they do so many hats, but this one's a little bit more unique because it's corduroy, and, you know, something that you're wearing on your head all the time. If it's corduroy, it's definitely going to last a little bit longer and just look a little bit fresher in my opinion. Don't sleep on that black colorway. I think the purple one is also pretty nice, but honestly, if you can multi-cart this hat with any of the other items like the jacket, then I think you're going to be in a good spot. Next, we have the, let's just go through all the Ariel items, I guess. So starting with the jean, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like it as much. I said in my last video, I think the all-over print works better on the jacket than it does on the pants. Retail should be around $148. I could see resale, you know, going a little bit over $200, but honestly, with Supreme pants, they haven't been doing that well. I think really the only ones that have done well are like the Waves ones from last season. But, you know, these will definitely appreciate with time, especially because it has that fat, you know, Supreme banner on it. So definitely not a bad piece if you want to, you know, rock it for a few years and then sell it down the line. You'll definitely be able to get your money back. Next, we have the Ariel crew neck. It reminds me a lot of the banner tee, so I don't see a lot of immediate resale right away. These should be around $148 to $158. There's nothing really special about Supreme crew necks, and I don't think they're as hyped up as like hoodies. So again, not a lot of resale unless you get like a small or an XL in that black colorway or the cream one. I could see these selling for over $200, but honestly, you're going to have to hold them for a long time. I mean, just look at the cutout crew neck from last season. That was like one of the most hyped up pieces, and it's absolutely bricking right now. So I'm not expecting that much resale from the crew neck. Next, we have the Harrington jacket, and this is probably the best item of the week. I definitely want to go for one. It's probably going to be around $248. I can't see them charging more than $300 because it looks like the same, you know, thickness as the jacket I'm wearing right now. And this jacket was $168. Now, you know, this one has an all-over print over it, so it's going to be more expensive to manufacture. So I really don't see it being more than $300. Resale-wise, again, with Supreme, you kind of have to hold your stuff. You can probably make $50 to $100 profit day one if you get like an XL or a small, but any other size, you're probably going to have to hold this for a while. I just don't see, you know, that much hype on it. It doesn't really remind me of the hype from like the hole punch denim jacket from last season. I highly doubt this will be able to do the numbers that was doing, but definitely a solid piece. Again, it has that fat Supreme banner on it, so it's going to appeal to the hype beast, and it'll do pretty well on the market later down the line. Now let's get into all the accessories of the week. We have the Fishbowl, and this thing is actually pretty big. I think 2 gallons, that's a pretty big Fishbowl. Let's see, what are they estimating the retail? $28. That's actually not a bad retail price. This could definitely go up in the future. It's definitely something you want to try and multi-cart. I wouldn't, you know, pay separate tax and shipping on just the Fishbowl. Next, we have these folding knives, and again, I'm very excited for these. It's just something that you can use every single day in your life, so I'm very excited to try and get one of these. I want to try and get one of each color. I'm a little bit scared though because when Supreme does these like cheap accessories, they usually fly off the site and then resell for a bunch. The number one example being the Pat McGrath lipstick that released earlier this year. I mean, sellout times were under 10 seconds and it was selling for over $100. Now, does this knife have the potential to do the same numbers? It really just comes down to the stock. I think with the lipstick, it was so hyped up because it was the first makeup item that Supreme ever did. So I'm really not sure how these are going to do. I would definitely, you know, say multi-cart this item. But if you wake up and see the Europe sell-off times for this are like under 10 seconds, then I would just try to single cart this and take the W. Lastly, we have the Ariel skateboard, and I really want one of these. I think it'll look super nice displayed somewhere up there on my shelf. But yeah, super clean picture. I want to see how it looks in person because honestly, The picture they have, the photo kind of looks super washed out. Like it looks like they could have added a little bit of like warm tones in there or something, because that shit kind of looked depressing. I'm not even gonna lie. But regardless, I think the skateboard is a good pickup. Skate decks are always a really good investment, especially when they have any type of like clear Supreme branding on it. You're gonna want to stay tuned to Thursday though. We're gonna have a cookout on the website, but let me know what y'all are going for, if you're sleeping in, if you're going for W's, and I'll see you all on the next video.